So let's move to the final part of our lunch program today. And you see two podiums up here, so I'd like to invite back my colleague and Pelican Institute Senior Vice President, Dr. Aaron Bendaly, to join me for this. We have all been made to be unique, and our children are no different. Every child has his or her own interests, strengths, learning style. Yet the way we educate our children too often assumes that one size fits all. And over the years, reform efforts have come in spurts: vouchers, charter schools, magnet schools, public school choice, ESAs. It's not always clear how everything connects and what a great end state really looks like. And at the end of the day, the goal for comprehensive education reform is for every child and every family to have a school or home-based learning environment that fits them well. This is the vision behind A School That Fits, a Louisiana that gives all children, no matter their background, their needs, or their potential, the opportunity to learn, grow, and thrive.
So let's start with public schools, the one with which most people are familiar. That's where I got most of my K-12 education, and I suspect that many of you did as well. That's actually my school, Holden High School, Livingston Parish. We have about 1,400 public schools across the state, serving about 615,000 students, most of them coming from dedicated attendance zones across our state. Many of these schools are fantastic schools. But what if your zone school is not meeting the unique needs of your child? What if it's performing just okay? Let's say maybe just at the state average, where even though we're making gains every year that we should continue celebrating, only 35% of kids in our public school system are performing on grade level, meaning that they are proficient in core academic subjects. What if worse, that school to which your child is zoned has been labeled by the state as needing intervention? Or even worse than that, what if it's been labeled failing for consecutive years of low student outcomes? A small number of school districts across our state open their doors to any child in the school district, really embracing school choice. And I want to give a shout out to 3 districts in particular: Rapides, Lafayette, and Tangipahoa. They have embraced school choice within their traditional school district. Yes. They operate a system of open enrollment public schools. And they say to parents, no matter where you live in the parish, you can choose which of our schools works best for your child. And then we have other school districts that are offering more and more programming: academic magnet schools, foreign language immersion schools, which my son took advantage of and we loved, STEM, arts, career-focused programs. But what if you're in an area where these options aren't available? And what if your child can't get in?
Well, thankfully, there are a growing number of new, innovative, high-quality public school options that are growing to meet these needs. Charter schools empower families and communities with additional options where schools are operated via contracts. They have to agree on a set of expectations with student learning outcomes, financial management, and governance. And if they fail to deliver those outcomes, they can be and are shut down. Unique in the country, Orleans Parish families have been served for the last 20 plus years by entirely charter district and an open enrollment policy. And many people don't know that Louisiana also offers a corporate partnership charter school where educators partner with local employers to enhance the region's educational offerings, give their employees access to a great school, and contribute to the economy. Let's hear about one of those now.
I had my first son in 2013, and then here it is, it comes time for him to go to kindergarten, and I hear all about this new school coming, Basis Baton Rouge. After I've lived in Gonzales for 8 years, I asked my husband, and I'm like, how do you feel about moving back to Baton Rouge?
Basis is the highest performing system of charter schools across the entire country. If you're able to raise the expectations, students will rise to those expectations.
Louisiana has 4 such schools, corporate partnership schools, serving about 2,500 students. Those include Basis Matera, partnering with Women's Hospital right here in Baton Rouge, the Dr. John Ochsner Discovery Health Sciences Academy in Jefferson Parish, as well as the Baton Rouge Ochsner Discovery Health Sciences Academy, and the Edward Hines Charter School, partnering with the University of New Orleans. And thanks to a new law passed last year by Representative Kim Carver and Senator Kirk Talbot, and with the collaboration of groups like the Pelican Institute, the Louisiana Association of Public Charter Schools, the Louisiana Association of Business and Industry, and a number of others, it will now be easier for educators and employers throughout our state to replicate this successful model.
But let's be honest, opening a new school is a really big lift. And that's why it's so important that kids have additional options even within their local traditional public school. Louisiana's Course Choice program gives students access to hundreds of courses from 68 different providers across the country, taught online and face-to-face. And these courses correspond with students' academic needs, their interests, their post-secondary goals. The courses that they offer include academic intervention, foreign languages, ACT and SAT prep, getting a jump start on college through dual enrollment, career training, and much more. In response to Pelican Institute's report last year that showed many of these students are currently not getting access to this program and these courses, the legislature and Bessie made some important improvements to this program last year to streamline the application process, to put a list of every available course in the hands of parents, and to put parents in the driver's seat in working with their child's counselor and school and their child to find the courses that work best for them. And the department is projecting the need for even more of these courses and more students signed up. We're so excited to see this program grow. And we want to thank Senator Edmonds, Bessie, Superintendent Brumley, and his team at the department for making this possible.
You know, Louisiana also has a long and rich history of private and parochial education. And that allows families to give their kids rigorous academics and reinforce deeply held beliefs and values. But let's be honest, those are costly. And recently, schools are not immune to high inflation and other drivers of cost, and tuition is very often expensive to begin with. So what that means is only families of means really have access to this option. The same is true for homeschooling. Homeschooling requires tremendous sacrifice and can be costly as well. And in both of those scenarios, non-public schools and homeschooling, families are continuing to pay taxes for a public education they may not believe is the best fit for their child. You know, Aaron, if only there was a way to have dollars follow the child to the school of their choice.
What a great idea. For the past decade, Louisiana has provided state-funded scholarships and even tax credit scholarships to economically disadvantaged families across the state, particularly when they feel like a non-public school can best serve the needs of their child. Now, these programs have served thousands of children across our state and have changed numerous lives for the better, but we still have an unmet need. Let's hear about one of those stories now.
Private school tuition is costly. Due to circumstances beyond her control, Parkview was out of reach, but the ACE scholarship made it possible. The ACE scholarship program was established by the state of Louisiana, where corporations and individuals can make a donation of their state tax liability. And then if they receive the ACE scholarship, a portion of their tuition is paid by the program.
The ACE scholarship helps me be in charge of my children's education. I wish that more families knew about it. I think that we are very blessed to be able to choose the school that we want. Parkview has become part of our family.
Well, thanks to Governor Landry, the legislature, particularly Chairman Rick Edmonds, Chairwoman Lori Schlegel, Chairwoman Julie Emerson, and many community leaders, partners, and families that joined us in advocating at the Capitol last year, Louisiana now has an Education Savings Account, or ESA, program. It's called LA Gator. Now, LA Gator stands for Giving All True Opportunity to Rise, and we do expect that our children are going to rise. Now, this is a program that is set to become universal. What that means is that hopefully soon, every family will have access to a child, to a program that fits the unique needs of their child across the state through this program. Families can use the funds that are placed into these accounts to enroll their child in a participating school or to create a completely customized home-based program. And that's possible because of the dozens of schools that have signed up to participate, educational service providers that offer individual courses, tutoring, therapies, and so much more. As you see the numbers behind me, nearly 30,000 families have applied to this program already, and we still have 2 weeks to go in opening the application process. Now, Governor Landry has proposed $94 million for this program in its first year, which is great. The goal that we will be communicating and our request to the legislature is that they approve that money so that every eligible student who wants this program, needs this program, can get funded. No one denied and no one on a wait list. But we need your help. We need you to get involved, speak with your lawmakers, join the movement to make sure that all of these opportunities are available to Louisiana's children.
You know, some may think this is it. Check the box. Louisiana has enough school choice and education freedom. No more work to do here. Some may even think, and I've heard it said, LA Gators just a passing fad, series of education fads that are likely to lose their luster, so it can be cast aside or not funded. But these aren't passing fads. These are part of a comprehensive vision to ensure every child has access to the school that fits them best. We have to grow all of these options, from small add-ons here and there to robust options in a diverse marketplace where families are in the driver's seat, and break down those zone systems so that kids have an opportunity to go to the public, private, or whatever school will fit them best, and maybe even consider part-time enrollment where families may be homeschooling. There's more to do.
Whether it's homeschool, whether it's charter schools, a micropod, learning pods, education savings accounts.
What that means is disruption in the system, using innovation to drive change and make sure we give choices to every family and every kid.
Every kid should have the options in their area where they live to have a school that fits their needs.
If you have competition, all boats rise. Everyone gets better.
Our children are supposed to come first. Their education, their mental health, their well-being, their safety are all supposed to come first. As a parent, you're going to feel alone, but you're not. There's people that support you. There's people that are going to help you. There's people that care about you and your daughter. You're never alone.
What we know is we can do better. We need more parents to show up at the Capitol like Shannon. We need more people to come make their voices heard. We need more people to make sure their legislators and their neighbors know school choice is critically important to the future of Louisiana.
Well, as you can see, we've come a long way, but we still have so long to go. And that's why we're excited today to announce the launch of a new resource for families, for policymakers, and community leaders. It's a one-stop shop that we will continue to grow over time at aschooldhatfits.com. We invite you to join the community, engage in the resources, share the content, and most importantly, join together to ensure that all of Louisiana's children have access to a school that fits them best. Thank you.
Thank you.